Hello and welcome to Wacky Mysteries. My name is Caroline Bredig and I'll be hosting this rather intriguing double-length episode of Wacky Mysteries for you this evening. Tonight's case involves a young man named Jacob Hunt. He is 18 years old and has clinically diagnosed Asperger's syndrome. He is on trial for the murder of his social skills teacher, Jessica Ogley. All evidence points to Jacob. A backpack filled with her things hidden in his bedroom, his quilt wrapped around her body at the time of discovery, and his obsession and fascination with forensic analysis and crime scenes. But in a world where everything's too loud and the lights are too bright, will Jacob's sudden outbursts and the inability to look anyone straight in the eye, common symptoms of Asperger's, be confused with that of guilt? And does Jacob's younger brother Theo know more about Jessica's death than he is letting on? Before I begin, I would like to invite tonight's viewers to tweet along with the hashtag #QuirkyOrKiller and tell us what you think about Jacob's condition and if you think this is a fair trial. You can also check out additional information about this episode and others from the season on our Facebook page. We begin this episode with a testimony from Theo, Jacob's younger brother, the day of Jessica's death. I saw Jess Ogley alive and well. Shortly after that, Jacob went to her house. Now she is dead. I've seen my brother put a chair through the wall and smash a window with his hand. I've been in his way sometimes when he's had a meltdown. I've got the scars to prove it. You do the math. The first question I have for our audience is this. Where did Theo see Jessica? Was he at her house too? Did he see what happened the day Jessica died? Send in your suggestions with the hashtag #WhatDoesTheo For those not up to date with this case, a verdict will be reached later tonight as to whether Jacob Hunt did or didn't murder Jessica Ogley. During the trial, Jacob's lawyer Oliver Bond had Freddie Soto, a master of psychology, as a witness to Jacob's condition. He explained some of the symptoms of Asperger's. A person with Asperger's may be non-verbal. He may have a hard time interpreting body language, lack a command presence, or a defensive pose. He may have a meltdown if confronted by flashing lights or sirens. His lack of eye contact may lead an officer to believe he's not listening. He may appear stubborn or angry. Instead of answering a question asked by an officer, he might repeat what the officer said. He'll have trouble seeing things from someone else's point of view, and he will tell the truth, relentlessly. Jacob believed he was doing the right thing when he created a new crime scene to cover up the one he found himself in. He was taught that you had to clean up your own messes. It was the first in a list of 5 house rules given to him and Theo by their mother, Emma. Number 1, clean up your own messes. Number 2, tell the truth. Number 3, brush your teeth twice a day. Number 4, don't be late for school. And number 5, take care of your brother, he's the only one you got. The 2nd and 5th rules are the ones most relevant to the trial. We have just listened to Jacob's testimony straight from the courthouse. For those who missed it, here's the end of his statement. I think about her, even when I'm not here, even when I know the police are all looking. And I could be so easily distracted by tracking their progress or lack thereof. That's why, when I come back to visit, I bring my quilt. It was something I always liked, and I think if she could talk, she would be really proud of me for wrapping her in it. Good job, Jacob, she would have said. You're thinking of somebody else for a change. Little did she know that was all I was thinking about. Things are getting interesting. Who was Jacob thinking about? Was it Theo? Can somebody with Asperger's really empathize with others? Send us your thoughts with the hashtag #CaringKid or #CarefulCriminal. Ladies and gentlemen, in a shocking testimony by Theo Hunt, the jury have come to a decision that Jacob is not guilty of murder, and that all charges against Jacob have been dropped. This is unbelievable. In his testimony, Theo said this. She was naked when she saw me. I freaked out, and she got out of the shower and she slipped. She hit her face on the edge of the sink, and that's when I ran. I was afraid she'd catch me. This statement proved that Jessica's death was accidental, and that she was not murdered by Jacob Hunt. Truly amazing. In relation to the house rules, Jacob told the truth and looked after his brother. He knew that Theo was at the house a few hours earlier. Jacob had a social skills session that day, as he noticed Theo's shoe prints around the back door. When Jacob found Jessica's body, he feared that Theo was involved with her death. So he cleaned up the mess and then created a new crime scene that pointed to Jessica's boyfriend Mark to being the murderer. What a wacky mystery. Well, until our next episode, good night.